Okay, so over the last 3 days, I have been teaching you my method to get more leads. It's a massive part of my strategy that I use on a daily basis. That's how I nurture my leads into sales. And so what I've taught you so far is a very fundamental part of my strategy, and a part that I don't see loads of people talking about, but something that is absolutely crucial for me being where my sales are today. So what I'm going to do tonight is just talk you through how to take that very simple strategy. And my tagline here, sales is easy if you just know how. Nothing I'm going to teach you is hard. I can promise you that. Yes, you might have to do it consistently. You might have to commit to it, but I'm not going to teach you anything that's so hard that you can't do it. So we're going to take that very simple strategy of getting more leads, and we're going to turn it into getting more sales and getting consistent clients to come into your business at all times. I honestly think that this is an easy thing to do, and that if we all do it, we will all get these results. So now this is where everybody can feel better about themselves and their tech, because Charlie struggles. She struggles. Yes, I'm talking about my third self in the third person. It's fine. It's fine. No one's going to judge me on it, are they? Okay, so hello and welcome. Yes, I'm going to give you the masterclass on how you can make more sales. And then obviously at the end, I will be telling you how you can work with me, because what sort of a sales expert would I be if I didn't then sell to you? You want me to sell to you? Of course you do, because I'm a sales expert. So here I am. I love that. Who's that? Nodding away. Somebody's nodding at me like, yes, you want. That's the energy I need tonight. So if we haven't met before, if this is our first time together, hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I can see so many familiar faces. So many of some of my one-to-one clients, some of my clients who've been working with me for years are here, but also some brand new faces as well, which I absolutely love. I'm Charlie Day. I've built 3 multi-six-figure businesses from the ground up, predominantly in the children's activities space. And here I am with Phonics with Robot Reg, which is the company that me and my sister franchised. And I was head of sales, and I sold 54 franchises across the UK and Australia. I've always been passionate about sales. I haven't always been great at it, but I've always recognized that sales is the driving force behind any business. So when we were building Phonics with Robot Reg, I was in charge of the sales, and that was sort of my remit. And that's where I fell in love with sales. And then I decided that I would help other people to fall in love with the sales in their business too. I've gone from literally zero to turning over 600K a year in less than 3 years. I'm the top affiliate for the #1 affiliate launch in the UK. I'm also do lots of affiliate launches now. I absolutely love selling on behalf of people. So I do all of this stuff myself, but I also sell on behalf of other people as well. I'm Amazon bestseller with my book, Sales is Easy If You Just Know How. Top 25 business podcast with my podcast called Sales is Easy If You Just Know How, which is also the UK #1 female sales podcast, which is all very, very exciting. So if we haven't met before, that is me. That is why I'm here talking about sales. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It's all I do is think, live, dream sales. And yeah, that's me in a nutshell. So I want to talk you through tonight why sales is the most important part of your business and why we should all be focusing on it more. Also, how you can create more sales in your business and get consistent clients, and how you can double your revenue without doubling your workload. That's really important for me, because yes, I think 2 things are really important in sales: hard work and consistency, but we all only have so many hours in the day. So we've got to use our time wisely. I'm also going to be sharing tangible tips on how you can make more sales in your business. I want you to walk away from this knowing that you can get consistent clients. And then at the end, I'm going to give every single person who is on this call a freebie. So watch out for that. And of course, I'm going to be announcing my competition winners as well at the end. So why are you struggling to get consistent clients? Well, the thing about being a business owner is it's so bloody hard. There is so much going on. We've got to perfect our product and service. We've got to grow an audience. We've got to figure out an email list. We've got to work out how to sell. We've got to work out how to upsell and downsell. We've got to work out the tech, the social media. There is so much stuff going on. And sometimes what really annoys me is you hear so much conflicting information. You need to concentrate on your social media. No, wait, you need a business strategy. No, wait, you need to focus on your marketing. No, wait, it's all about launches. Hang on a minute. What is really the number one thing that we all need to concentrate on? Getting clients. That is the main thing. Yes, there are other things that are important on the way, but the most important thing to me is getting clients. Because without clients, you don't have a business. Sales is the lifeblood of your business. And without sales, you don't have a business. So when people are saying, oh, I'm focusing on this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, the only thing that matters to me and has mattered in the businesses that I have run is making more sales. And I've always been very results focused, which is why I've had the growth in my business that I've had. You need to be getting consistent clients into your funnel all of the time. It's not hard, it's easy, and I've broken it down so it's as simple as ABC. This is our funnel. We've got people coming in the top. We want to feed them down the bottom until they come out as a sale. So A, we are assessing what works. What works to get people into the top of our funnel? We're going to try a bunch of different things because particularly at the beginning, we don't know what works and what doesn't work. So we're going to try loads of things and we're going to test and measure. And when we find something that works, we're going to amplify it. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's what I've been trying to teach you to do this week. Send those messages, find those leads. And once you have someone biting back, let's rinse and repeat that strategy. Where did we find them? What conversation did we have? We're going to build it up so we're consistently getting more and more people into the top of this funnel. And then we rinse and repeat, we rinse and repeat. It's as easy as that. Then we've got to build the relationship. This came up so many times this week. What do I say? It feels too pushy. It feels too icky. It feels too much. It shouldn't, because we are just building a relationship. We're making connections, and then we are turning them into clients later on. This doesn't have to be months and months of nurturing them. You can build a relationship up within a couple of hours or 20 minutes or over a discovery call. But what is really important is that we recognize that building up that relationship is crucial to making more sales. And C, the one that everyone avoids, the one that people shy away from, close. Actually ask for the sale. We are here because we want to make more sales. And remember when I asked you why you were doing this, why you set up this business in the first place? Because sometimes it gets hard, and sometimes you're on a discovery call and you think, oh my God, I'm too nervous to ask for the sale. I can't do it. We've got to remember why we are doing this, what we want most, because it will get hard, but it doesn't need to be hard. It's our mind telling us it's icky, it's uncomfortable. Actually, the close is just a natural end of a conversation. It's giving them options. I always like to think I am inviting you to listen to what I have got on offer. I'm inviting you to join my program. I'm inviting you to become a one-to-one client. I'm not, going to get anyone round the neck and tell them that they've got to. That would be pushy. That would be too much. But if you are in a sales conversation, offering out, inviting people to join up to whatever it is you've got on sale isn't pushy or too much. It's a natural close. And it's as simple as that. Don't overthink it. It needs to be simple and straight to the point. And if we can make it time-bound and compelling, give them a reason to buy now, our close becomes even stronger. And I invite you to think about this during your life. Like when you get into the next sales exchange, are people creating that time-bound, compelling reason for you to buy? Where does that show up in your life? Where do you think, oh my gosh, I've got to get this, otherwise I know I'll miss out? Or there's other things in our lives where we think, actually, I don't need to buy that now. It'll still be available next week. They never sell out. A, B, C. We assess, we build, and we close. So how this works in my business, I've assessed what works in terms of bringing new leads into the top of my funnel so that I can rinse and repeat these things. So guest experts and podcasts in front of other people's audiences work really well for me. And I'm bringing in 100 leads per week. And remember, like if you're just starting out and you're doing things that are bringing 10 leads in or 1 lead in or 3 leads in, brilliant. That's great. Obviously, I've been doing this for 3 years. I've been really concentrating on it. So if my numbers don't look like your numbers, then that's fine. But with these sort of masterclasses, I'm always like screaming at the Zoom, tell me like actual facts. Don't pussyfoot around it. I want to know what you're doing. So that's why I'm telling you my exact numbers. So guest expert and podcast in front of audiences, other people's audiences, other people who've got complementing businesses to me and we share audiences, I'll get in front of there. That brings me in about 100 leads per week. I post content consistently that speaks directly to my audience. My message is simple. If you want to make sales, I will show you how. I get 100 new leads per week throughout my own social media. And then I have 20 meaningful interactions every single day, Monday to Friday, with potential clients, which brings 100 leads into my funnel each week. So that's 300 leads coming into my business each week, which is 1,200 leads. It says 120, but that's wrong. That's less per month. And so imagine if you were putting in the effort that we have put in the last 3 days, every single week in your business. Imagine what the results would be like. Imagine where you would be this time next year, 365 days from now, after consistently filling up your funnel with leads. You will be in a completely different place. So I'm building these relationships all the time. So having the 20 meaningful interactions each day usually brings me about 10 people that I can nurture in the direct messages. So you can see there, I am getting ghosted a lot, but I don't focus on the ghosts. I focus on the real relationships and the conversations that I can have. I also have 10 spaces for sales calls each month for high ticket offers. Generally, you won't see me advertising these sales calls because they go just naturally. So I don't need to shout about them or advertise them. But right at the beginning of my journey, I would do like on a Monday, I've got 5 sales calls this week. Who wants one? And people used to book in with them. I also use masterclasses like this one, webinars and challenges as a way to sell directly to customers. And then I close them down. I close down my ideal clients every single day in DMs by giving them a personalized response as to which one of my offerings would work for them and why they should buy that right now. Let me tell you, this also comes, the last discovery call I did actually, I said, I'm not the right person for you to work with right now. You need to work with this person. So as much as nurturing that and having those personalized conversations and knowing which of my products is the right one for them to buy, also comes with telling them when I am not the right thing for them to buy as well, which is really hard, especially at the beginning when you don't have like loads and loads of clients. But let me tell you, when you do that, it builds so much trust that people always recommend you and they always come back when the time is right. I can personalize the conversation even more on a sales call when I know that the exact things that are going on in their business, and I can package my offering to really suit their needs. On a masterclass, webinar, and challenges, I give a real clear indication of when they can buy whatever the offer is that I'm putting out there, but also I have front loaded it with so much value. And I know that heaps of people join in with my challenges and never buy from me, but they, have had all of the value that comes with my challenges and masterclasses as well. And that's okay. That's great. That's absolutely great. That's what we want more than anything, is people consuming our stuff to have the results. So how are you going to do this? First of all, you need to look at what is currently working. We've all made sales, so we all know that something is working. What is that for you? And how can you amplify that? How can you squeeze that so you get more out of it? What isn't working? It's really important that we have these honest conversations with ourselves as to what is not working and letting it go. Let it go. What is stopping us from getting where we want to be? So often it's our own mindset or our own self. And actually, anything is possible. Anything is possible. I know that more than anyone because I have seen it in my own businesses and seen it for myself. So how much would you like to make per month? Write that figure down. How much ideally would you like to be making within your business per month? I always, with my clients, start with the end in mind. What does that look like? And how can we reverse engineer it so that that is your reality? It might not be your reality right now, but I can show you the steps in order to get there. And I use my 7 steps to sales success in order to take you from where you are now to that figure in the shortest space of time possible. There's nothing stopping you. You have everything it takes to be the best salesperson that you can possibly be. I'm going to take you through my 7 steps to sales success so that you can see that. But I just always like to mention that you are the #1 salesperson for your business. Even if I were to come in and sell for you, yes, I would give it my all, and I'm sure I would do a cracking job, but I wouldn't be as passionate about your product or service as you are, because it's your baby. And people often say to me, oh, it's okay for you, Charlie. You're so confident. You've got all the right skill set, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. It's not true. Whatever you are like, if you're introverted, if you, prefer writing than talking, it doesn't matter. You can sell in a way that is really authentic to you and in a way that really works because you are the most passionate about your product or service. So, #1, our first step to sales success, mindset. You have got to have a sold out mindset and get your mind up to speed to be the best salesperson you can possibly be. With everybody who works with me and comes on board as a client, I am striving to make them in the top 2% of salespeople. Because if you are in the top 2% of salespeople, you separate yourself out from the crowd. So at the moment, you might see that there's competition in the field. There might be a really crowded market. But what happens when you focus on the sales and step into being the best salesperson you can possibly be is that you separate yourself out from that competition because they're not doing that. They're not committing to a level of excellence that you're committing yourself to. They're not following up. They're not having the meaningful interactions. They're not chasing the leads like you are. And so when you do this and you do this and you do this, you join the 2% club. It's a brilliant place to be. You have no competition and it's marvelous. But you have got to believe it. Do you believe that you can be the best salesperson you can be? Are you striving to make yourself just slightly better every single day? Striving to make yourself into the best salesperson you can possibly be? #1, it's all about mindset. #2 is about messaging. You've got to have a magnetic message that speaks directly to your ideal client. I want your message to take up space. I'm Charlie Day. I'm a sales expert and I can transform the sales in your business. I want it to be loud. I want it to be audacious. I want you to take up space with your messaging. It needs to be clear, straight to the point. It needs to call out your ideal customer, and people need to know exactly what it is that you are offering. Doesn't matter if it's your 4-year-old niece or your 94-year-old grandma. Every single person needs to know what it is you're selling. When we've nailed the messaging, we can nail our marketing, because the marketing is just about getting that message and getting it out there in the biggest way possible so that as many people know about your products and services. And then we get into the nitty gritty, my friends. Yes, we do. Your sales structure. We've got to know the customer journey and the steps that they are going to take in order to buy from you. The sales structure is really important, because this is the thing that we're going to rinse and repeat. So it's the conversations, the sales calls, sale, conversation, sales call, sale, conversation, sales call, sale. When I was selling franchises for Phonics with Robot Reg, my life got quite monotonous because I was just doing that every single day. Inquiry, inquiry, call, call, sale. Inquiry, inquiry, call, call, sale. We rinsed and repeated it. We saw how big we could get that, how many sales we can get there. When you've got a sales structure that works, that's when you can explode the sales in your business. Following up, you guys know I love it. Make following up part of your daily habits to accelerate the sales in your business. Follow up with every single lead and close them down. We're making it compelling and we're making them want it right now. Make it important for them to buy it right now. We live in a very busy world and everyone's got the business and the kids and the part-time job and the school run and the parents and all of the things going on. And your product or service falls down in people's priorities. And what we're going to do by making our close time-bound and compelling is bring it right up to the top of their priority. Remember how important it is to buy from me before it's too late. And once we have got all of these 7 steps working really well, all the 6 steps, the 7th step is growing and scaling so that you can create the business of your dreams. You can step out of it. It can scale without you. You're now at a stage to break that income ceiling and just hit the glass ceiling and go and live your best life, because you know whatever happens, your sales are going to keep on growing. And when you get to that point, it's so freeing. It's lovely. I don't want you to have to hope on a wish and a prayer that sales come in. I see so many people doing this. They just sort of like cross their fingers and hope for the best. You know, they're like, I really, really need a sale to come in this week because I have not had a sale all month. And I'm like, and what are you going to do to make sure that 100% that sale comes in? And they're like, I don't know. I'm just going to cross my fingers. That is not a strategy. And it scares me when people do that. I want you to know exactly how many sales are going to come in each month, exactly how much money you could make next month, next quarter. How amazing would it be if next time you launched, you knew how much money you were going to make and you could relax and just enjoy the launch? And so back in November last year, when it was Black Friday, I set myself a challenge to make 10K in 10 days. If you've read We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers, that's where I got my inspiration for 10K in 10 days from. If you haven't read that book, it's fabulous. I recommend it. I know the title's a little jarring, but if you pop that to one side, We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers. So I had this wild idea that I could make 10K in 10 days, and it seemed unreachable at the time. And so I did it, and I decided to document the whole thing so that, you know, further down the line, I could tell people I'd done it, or, you know, tell people that I didn't do it, because I'm like that. And so I did it, and I ended up making £13,000 the first time in the 10K in 10 days. And then I did it again with my mastermind, and I made 30K in 10 days. And the thing is, now I remember when I was on a plane coming back from Dubai, and I was planning out my next 10K in 10 days, because like I do it as like a little challenge with the people who are in my sales academy and the people who are in my mastermind. And I remember thinking, oh, I wonder if I made 10K in the last 10 days. And I looked at my Stripe account. I was like, yeah, no, I did make 10 days. What about the 10 days before that? Yeah, no, I made 10K in 10 days. And so literally last November, I was doing this challenge thinking, will I make 10K in 10 days? Like I'd obviously planned it out like I've taught you to and done all the things. But it was the first time I'd ever done it. So I was wondering if I could or I couldn't. And I did. I did more than 10K, but now here I am a year later, and that is just my normal. Earning 10K in 10 days is just my normal. And it's amazing. It amazes me so much how quickly that becomes easy, and then suddenly you're doing 20K in 10 days or 30K in 10 days, and it all becomes more achievable. Maybe you want to make 1K in 10 days. Maybe you start really low. But the point is that we're always monitoring our sales, and we're always having this element of control and knowing if we do this activity, it will bring in this many leads, which will account to this many sales calls, which will account to this many sales. So then when we want to plan out our launches, we just do the reverse. How many sales do we need? Okay, I want 10 sales. How many sales calls do I need for 10 sales? 20 sales calls. Okay. How many conversations do I need to get started to have 20 sales calls? 100 conversations. Okay. So what activity do I need to do over here to have 100 conversations, to get on 20 sales calls, to make 10 sales? And that you just rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat. And then you can grow and scale it. And I can show you how to do all of these things. I can transform the sales in your business. You can do it for yourself. I've already shown you that over the last 3 days. You can go out there and hold yourself accountable. But I can obviously show you as well. This is my job. This is what I do. And I've done it time and time again. I've done it for so many of my clients, and it's just my favorite thing ever. Like Jenna, for example. Jenna, I've worked with when she started working with me. She was working towards 2K months, and now she has 10K months. She's absolutely amazing. Her business has grown and scaled and just done amazingly well. Brooke, who is in my mastermind, she came in and she did her first ever 10K in 10 days. I helped her plan it all out and reverse engineer the numbers, and she ended up making 16K in 10 days. And Anna Green, the lovely Anna Green, was on 2K months when she started working with me, and now she's on 14K months and beyond. Anna has just done absolutely phenomenally well. And all three of those, I mean, I've got hundreds of examples, but those three that I've chosen, they all focus on the sales in their business, and they all push the sales to get their business to the next level. And you can have these results too, because today I am opening the doors back up to the Ultimate Sales Academy. And I've got a different package available this time. So the Sales Academy has been going for the last 6 months, and the ladies in there have been doing amazing, amazing things. And I am going to continue to have the package that those ladies are on available, but I've got a different package to make it more accessible for some people as well. So the reason that I created the Ultimate Sales Academy is because I am on a mission to create the #1 online sales school, an academy where you can come and learn every single thing that you need to know about sales. This academy will teach you how to double the sales in your business. And I'm so sure that my methods work that I'm actually guaranteeing everybody who invests in the Ultimate Sales Academy that by the end of the 6 months, you will have 5 consistent clients in your business per month. The Ultimate Sales Academy is like in the same way that big corporate businesses would invest in sales consultancy. The Academy is working as a sales consultancy business for your online business to ensure that you have that sales strategy and that support that you need so the clients are consistently coming into your business. When you invest in the Ultimate Sales Academy, it unlocks a vault of trainings that you can start accessing straight away. All the resources, training videos, and workbooks that are in line with my 7 steps to sales success. So you can work through them in a very linear order. Or if you're like, I have my mindset nailed already, you can work through it at your own pace. And these are all of the different trainings within the Ultimate Sales Academy. So there's a whole section on getting started, so you know how to use the Sales Academy to get the best results. Then we've got a guest mindset training. I've done a mindset training there's a whole video on how to unleash your inner saleswoman. And I teach you my techniques for becoming a magnet for sales. If you've heard me talking about how I'm a magnet for sales, I teach that in there. Then in the messaging section, there's messaging templates. I teach my yes method for messaging, how to perfect your pipeline, how to nail your ideal client, and how to create the perfect pitch. Then in the marketing section, we've got a guest marketing training. There's how to master your marketing. I share with you my 30-day marketing plan. There's a training on how to market your business. My 50 free marketing ideas is in there, and how to get more leads, a training on how to get more leads. And then in the sales structure section, there are sales scripts and training. So the exact scripts that I use in my business are in the sales area. Your energy tracker. Sales is an exchange of energy. So I monitor how I'm turning up to those sales calls and making sure that I'm turning up with my best energy. There's a customer service guide and training, because I think that customer service and sales go hand in hand. There's a training on knowing your numbers. There's a template to creating sales pages. There's a pricing masterclass. Then there's a whole section on following up with force. My follow-up spreadsheet is in there, which come up so many times this week. And also my live script of how I follow up. How to sell in the DMs, another really popular training of mine, is in the close them down section. My discovery calls training is in there, a training on closing them down, and a training on objection handling as well. So when you keep getting those objections of, I can't afford it, I haven't got enough time, how we handle those and how I actually handle them face on and have those conversations. And then in the growing and scaling section, we've got 10K in 10 days, successful franchising, which is my course on how to franchise your business, growing as a salesperson, and planning for growth too. So now there are 2 levels of the Sales Academy. There's an access level to the Sales Academy where you get access to all of those trainings, and you get a monthly Q&A with me, and you get a private Facebook group. So that is the access. And when you go on the sales page, you'll see it's called Access to the Ultimate Sales Academy. That's for somebody who's just starting to grow and scale the sales in their business. Now, the other level of the Sales Academy, you get your own sales coach who is working with you on a one-to-one basis throughout the 6-month period. So with all of these 7 steps to sales success, they are helping you and giving you a tailored plan of how you can put that into your business. So I start that and I have an onboarding call with you, and we talk through the goals and what you're aiming to get to. And then I pass that over to your one-to-one sales coach. And each month you get a call with me, a group call with me, which is a deep dive training session, and a group Q&A with me. But also on a monthly basis, you are having an individualized call with your own sales coach as well. So with the access only, you're not getting any of the individualized plan, but the Ultimate Sales Academy next level is for people who are growing and scaling to 10 to 15K months. So there's 2 different levels to it now. And here you can see it. So access to the Ultimate Sales Academy, you've got all the trainings in the Sales Academy, a monthly Q&A with me, and a private Facebook group. And then the next level, Sales Academy, you get all of the trainings plus a one-to-one coach. You get a monthly Q&A with me and a deep diving session. No, we're not diving into the sea. A deep dive training session. And also you get an in-person sales strategy day. The first one is happening in November. And then we've got a private Slack channel as well with me and all the other members of the group. The Ultimate Sales Academy is a 6-month program, and I am aiming to double the sales in your business. I am doing bonuses, and the bonuses, just to be clear, are for either level. So you will get this regardless. So the first 10 people to join either level are going to join me for afternoon tea and sales strategy in London. If you buy in the first 24 hours, you're going to be invited to an online business development day with special guests. I've got Lisa Johnson coming, Joe Davidson's coming, the Money Boss, Lauren Prentice is coming to do some training in how to grow your audience. I'm going to have loads of amazing people coming and doing a business development day. It's all going to be online. So that's for anybody who buys within the first 24 hours. And then everybody who buys will get access to the Entrepreneur Sales Lounge for 6 months, which is my membership. So the access only is $1997 for 6 months, or you can pay over 12 payments of $175, or there is a 6-month payment plan in there as well. And the next level one with your own individualized plan and your sales coach is $9997, or 12 payments of £850. I will drop the sales page. I said at the very beginning that there was going to be something for absolutely everybody who has joined this call live. And thank you for giving me your time on this lovely Thursday evening. I've created a sales questionnaire to find out where you are in your business. The first 25 people to return that questionnaire to me will get my personalized feedback on your business with some more tangible tips tailored for your business on how you can make more sales. So the first 25 I will do, and then anybody else on the call who is after the first 25, my sales coaches are going to give you some feedback on those. So I'll drop the link to that in a minute when I'm back in the chat. So my question for you is, who is ready to make some sales? I would love to work with you for the next 6 months to take you from where you are now to a place where you feel really secure within the sales in your business. Like you are going to have a plan. You're going to feel like you know exactly what you're doing on a daily basis, how to get those leads in, how to convert them, and how to continue to sell to them. I would absolutely love to work with all of you to help you, because I know you all have such incredible businesses, and I see all of the opportunity for you. And I know that if you put a sales structure in there, your businesses will fly. If there are any questions, I'm going to come into the chat in a minute and answer them all, not ask them all. God, I can't talk. But before we do that, let's talk about the competition prizes. So the competition prize for 12 months in the membership for my community champion goes to Emma Sidney, who was super helpful in the group and helping people out. Shard Afternoon Tea with Sales Strategy is going to Catherine Pop for getting all 3 of those challenges in. And then hopefully I will have somebody from this live who is going to win the final oh, there we go. Catherine pops on. I love it. Right, let me put these links in. Here is the sales page for you to have a look at. And then, so the first link is the sales page, and these are nowhere. These are only people on here are going to see these. And this is, so far, you know, I will obviously tell the world I'm not that bad at selling that. I'm just going to put it in a Zoom link. The second one is the application form. So if you want to fill in the application form to get my personalized feedback, then yeah, you can do that there. Oh, love that. Thank you, Naomi, saying, I'm loving working with you already, Charlie. Excited to see my business scale. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Will this work for products too? Yes, absolutely. The exact same principles apply no matter what you're selling. And I have worked with so many different people selling into corporates, network marketers, people selling product-based businesses, people selling service-based businesses, people with like bricks and mortar stores, all sorts of different things. The same sales principles apply. And it's funny actually, because I don't know if you know this about me, but I've never had a real job, right? So it's very fancy, people who like go to work and have a proper job, because I've never experienced that. So the first time that I was approached by a corporate company to go in and teach them how to sell, I nearly fell on the floor. I was like, what would I be able to teach corporate? And then I went into corporates and I realized that they needed my sales strategy as well. It's crazy. So yeah, I even go into corporates and help their sales teams too, which is wild. Absolutely wild. Okay. Any more questions? I'm scrolling back in case I missed anything. I prefer following up to starting new conversations. Yeah, me too, 100%, but we must do both. And I do promise as well that the more conversations that you get yourself into, the easier it is to start conversations. And do you know what? I'm so bad at small talk. I'm so bad at small talk. But the more you do small talk, the better you get at it, right? So I want you to think, instead of thinking I'm on Instagram and this feels weird, think I'm at a party. I'm at a party and I'm going to start a conversation with this person over here. I'm going to start a conversation with this person over here. And it won't be at all odd. How many times do you follow up with no response? It depends. If I'm being honest, it completely depends. Like if we have previously had a conversation about something, I'm going to be going in for more follow-ups. The average lead takes 7 follow-ups. So it's really important to me when I'm creating the relationship and I'm front loading it to make sure that I have conversation to have further down the line, so that I'm not just like, hey, do you want to buy? Hey, do you want to buy? Hey, I haven't heard from you. Do you still want to buy? The more that you know about their personal life and their family and their kids and their business and what they're struggling with and what they're not struggling with and any big momentous things that are happening, the more things that are happening that you know about, then you've got things to talk about in that conversation. So it's not just like you keep on following up to sell. How do you deal with price objections in the DMs before the discovery call? I mean, one thing that I am massively behind at the moment is like a risk reversal. So for anybody who comes into the Sales Academy, I'm saying that I can guarantee 5 consistent clients per month, because I think I am so passionate about every single client that works with me. And I want everybody to get results. I mean, if my clients don't get results, that means that I'm not getting the results, right? And I think that sort of buy-in of like, I am so committed to you as one of my clients that I'm going to guarantee 5 consistent clients per month. I expect you to be as committed to this program. You need to turn up to everything. You need to, do the action points, do all of the things, but we're both super committed to getting results. I think that sometimes takes away a bit of the scariness of a big investment or whatever might be putting them off. Oh, wow, you're awesome. I need to get off this call and start giving people some sales feedback. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for joining in. Had a referral just come through. Well done, Trina. Thank you so much for joining in with the last 3 days. I really, really want you to go away and continue to do this. Continue to have the conversations, regardless of if we work together or we don't. I want you to keep on having the conversations. Please promise me, even if you just start small, just start 1 a day, 5 a day, keep pushing yourself forward, and keep having those conversations. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of Get More Leads. I hope to work with some of you and do amazing things. But yeah, thank you for being awesome, and I'll see you all soon.